On June 8th, 2009, Dark Avenger C86 The Channel was created. Now, nearly 7 years later, many milestones have been reached. All starting with the 100th Dark Avenger comic book review episode. Hey everybody, welcome to my 100th comic book review, my 100 Dark Avenger comic book review. Woo! The first thing is, a lot of people have been talking about this. Barnes & Noble has pulled all of their DC comic graphic novels off the shelf this past week due to the fact that DC Comics signed an exclusive contract with Amazon.com on their new Amazon Fire, which looks almost identical to a freaking iPad. I feel, in my opinion, Barnes & Noble was right. DC Comics should not have pulled the bullshit of signing an exclusive contract with anybody. It should be on every single digital thing. If they want to talk about entering the digital era, then they should be willing to be on all the digital stuff, not just one. Marvel has a huge announcement, a secret announcement that they sent retailers little postcards about. What I heard was at New York Comic Con, DC had super special news. Now there's a huge announcement from Marvel as well. So that's like, whoa. There'll be dual huge announcements, plus the Avengers trailer. The official one is going to be there at New York Comic Con. Anyway, before I actually get into the stuff I got now, I want to first of all thank Doc and Howlett once again for the awesome Superman tie. Only reason I'm wearing it with my Green Lantern shirt is because this is the shirt I wore in my very first comic book review, and I wanted to wear it in my 100th at least. And then next year, next 100, we'll see what I'll wear there. So it does kind of collide, does clash a bit. And in the background, I have Mike, if you could zoom in. That's why Michael's still behind the camera. Michael will. By the way, let me introduce these guys first. Mike, my cameraman, now all 100 episodes, will be leaving behind the camera soon to join us to do comics. Joe, who has comic books this week, and Amber, who has comic books this week. Now, background. First of all, I made this for the, what do you call it, for the 100th celebration. We had this up all day. All paper cutout printouts that I created the whole thing myself. Down here, we have the comic Dawkins got me, Chris got me. I have the Crystal Empire State Building, the Spider-Man 2099, the Metal Superman that Rob K270 got me, Mr. Rob K270, sorry. The Swamp Thing head, the clock has always got Pablo in the bottom over there, or Paco. I keep calling him Pablo and Paco, one of the two.
And Chris, it's the World Trade Center, not the Empire State Building.
Oh shit, sorry about that. Okay, and by the way guys, this is Dark Avengers 100 comic book review episode. Thank you so much Toxicity for making this awesome, awesome picture. Also thank you even more for the amazing background. Whereas this is going to be gone after this episode, the background will be here to stay for many, many years.
Yeah, both are cool.
This month, the stuff that will be coming out is 99.9% Batman from DC. We have Batman Arkham City. We have Batman Year One, the next straight-to-DVD animated movie from DC, which we have a book, a giant-sized book, Batman's Personal Journal, which that looks freaking epic as well. I'll probably be getting my hands on that. And then in November, my newspaper tells me there's going to be another Batman by Stan Lee and Bermejo. I can't pronounce his name. Batman Noel, which is going to be a Christmas trade paperback special. I'm going to move the tie so this way I don't ruin the tie.
Can I wear it?
No, you cannot wear it. No, you cannot wear it. Did I mess up my hair?
No, it looks fine.
Thank you.
I knew it.
I said no.
No means yes in her case.
Alright, Amber, yours is first.
Wait, the week they released.
The week they were... Thank you very much. You're very helpful today.
You're welcome.
September 28th, 2011. So, Amber, you want to start with the surprise first time ever appearance of this Vertigo, first time ever Vertigo, by the way, on this comic review.
Oh, wow, really?
Yeah.
American Vampire, number 19, The Beast Cave. So, huge stack of books this week. Anyway, Superman number 1, I'm on the fence with. I'm going to stick around for a little while. Aquaman 1 was awesome, book of the week in my opinion. I'm going to stick with Aquaman. Green Lantern New Guardians was a really short story for a lot of pages, but I'm sticking around. All-Star Western, Mike, number 1.
Getting number 2, great.
I'm gonna get number 2 of Flash, because I'm on the fence with that too. Flash number 1. Justice League Dark was awesome in my opinion.
Amazing, getting number 2, definitely.
Getting number 2. Teen Titans number 1, I'm on the fence with also. I'll get number 2 because I'm getting number 2 of Superboy. Hawkman number 1.
4 out of 10, I'd say.
So you're on the fence.
On the fence. I don't know. If you guys like...
So we're going to get issue 2 to see.
60-40
We're
now.
going to get issue 2 to see
Yeah.
about Joe. Batman the Dark Knight, the #1 weaker of the 4 Batman. Voodoo #1 on the fence, going to see. The Fury of Firestorm, I'm on the fence with, so we'll see. Vampire Ember says it sucks. I say it sucks, but yet we're going to stick around for it anyway. Deathstroke #1, I'm on the fence with. Wonder Woman #1 was awesome. I'm getting it. Amber says it's good. We're going to get it.
Yes.
Captain Atom
If you're a
#1.
Captain Atom fan, get it.
So Joe's going to come back.
Oh, hello, Amber.
Catwoman #1 was awesome. We're going to get it. Blue Beetle #1.
No, terrible.
Dropped at issue 1.
Awful.
Batwoman #1. We're going to come back. New Avengers 16.1. We're going to get. I'm looking forward to number 17. Wolverine #16 grab. Venom #7 grabs. Amazing Spider-Man 670 grab. FF #9 trade paperback if you haven't been buying. Wolverine Death of Death. It's one shot is awesome. Annihilator, Earthfall, I'm on the fence. Ghostbusters 1 was awesome in my opinion. Lock and Key I'm going to save for later. Angel and Faith Amber 1 and 2.
Yes.
And American Vampires, yes, we'll be seeing
And this
that
was
again.
100.
Yep.
Alright guys, so we'll see you in 101 and the next video, which is going to conclude the 100th episode comic book celebration weekend. See you guys there. Hope you enjoyed this 100th episode.
Alright, everyone.
All right, bye.
Bye.
Soon after, I started a new series where I started reviewing trade paperbacks and hardcovers. And I called it, where I recorded, Comic Book Corner. Hey everybody out there in YouTube land, and welcome to the first episode of Comic Corner. What Comic Corner is going to be basically is, I'm going to pick a graphic novel, or a hardcover, or what have you, that is a book, and I'm going to review it. There are 2 new books that came out the past month. You guys know because you saw the last video, Batman Noel. And I figured what better way to kickstart Comic Corner in episode 1, what better book than The Batman Files. This is the Batman encyclopedia in so many words. The whole point of this book is when you open it up on the very first page, it has a letter from Batman, who admits in the letter that he's Bruce Wayne. Well, basically, it's saying that the world is always going to need a Batman, and it talks about when he died, how Dick Grayson took over the mantle, but he really wasn't prepared. So this book is to prepare his predecessor for being Batman, and it collects all of Bruce Wayne's life and crime-fighting career and his allies and villain files, all wrapped into one big leather-bound book. For those of you Batman fans, you're going to love this book. It's a ton of stuff to read. A ton. Now, when you buy the book, it comes like this. And this was what I thought the cover was going to be. Like the permanent cover. With Batman on the actual cover. Unfortunately though, after taking the plastic wrap off, this comes off. The Batman and Batman Files comes off, and the book is just a flat black book. Mind you guys, I have very little bad to say about this book. So when I talk about bad stuff, it's going to be nitpicking. Without any type of discount, without anything, is $100. It is not worth $100. A, because the DC Comic Encyclopedia, which is just about as detailed as this, minus the articles and everything else about Batman, like the training schedule and whatnot, those are $30. If you want character bios that bad, pay the $30 for the DC Comic Encyclopedia. However, you could buy this on Amazon for approximately $58, and I just checked it before I made this video. It is still on sale. So, is it worth $58? Sure. And then, 2 years after the 100th comic book review episode, we hit the 200th comic book review episode. Hey everybody out there, Chris and Mike here, and welcome to the 200th Dark Avenger comic book review.
Yeah!
We've done a lot of changes. The review is a million times different from where it was when I started back.
Yeah, from when I was
4
behind
years
the camera,
ago.
actually, and then you were here, and then I came in, and then we had people from time to time.
Yeah, this show has absolutely evolved a lot over the past 4 years. It's been 4 years, believe it or not.
Yeah.
And book of this review, well, not of the week, but definitely book of the month, because I'm loving this series, and I'm telling people, this week you can check out for the 100 pennies for issue #1, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles issue number 1. We are now 25 issues later. We are officially about 2 years into the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. We're going to Marvel Comics. And we're going to start off with New Avengers issue number 9, which connects to Infinity, which I've officially dropped because I am not going to pick up Avengers, New Avengers, and Infinity to get the full story of Infinity. And to be honest, the first issue didn't leave me highly, like, oh my god, I can't wait for issue 2. It gave me that same, oh, Marvel's just doing this thing again with the Avengers and
Also, I'd like to give thanks as well for you letting me be in your comic review.
Yep.
From 100.
This is 100 reviews from Michael so far.
Yes, so thank you.
Really soon. Take care. Keep reading. Keep collecting. And see you guys on Tuesday for the live show. And until the next video, take care, everybody.
Later, guys.
Then in 2012, live streaming began on YouTube. And one of the first comic book review live shows was born. Dark Avenger Live.
Hello, everybody out there in the YouTube, comic book, and internet world, and welcome finally to a Dark Avenger Live. It has myself and Mike. Hey guys. We have Cindy back again.
Hello.
And we have Mike, Spider Slayer. His YouTube channel is Comic Book Corner. And
what's up, guys?
And we are here today to talk about the thing we love most, comic books.
This is for all the books that are coming out in October that has to deal with Marvel Now. So they showed all kinds of pictures, like you got the Marvel Now .1. They're showing that right now, and that's the picture that we've all been used to seeing for the past, I don't know what you want to call it, month now.
Anyway, thank you so much for everything, guys. Please share our channels with your friends. Globalize Dark Avenger Inc., globalize Dark Avenger C86, globalize Comic Book Corner. Because I promise you guys, in the future, you're not going to be able to talk about comic books without mentioning us, our individual channels, and a few other YouTube channels out there that I know. I'm not going to say which ones, but I place my faith in a lot of comic book reviewers that they are going to get popular. They're going to get out there just like Pete's Basement, and you're going to be hearing a lot. It's going to become like, how the gaming community has 1 billion subscribers and everybody knows certain gamers? The comic book community is going to become the same way. You're going to know certain reviewers, and you're not going to know certain reviewers. But the big ones, I have my predictions. I have predictions on who's going to make it up to the top of that mountain. And we'll see if that happens in the future, because we all know comic books are coming back. I mean, they're coming back. People are reading them like crazy ever since the movies and everything.
Yep.
So we will see. We'll see who will make it to the top of that mountain. Hopefully, one day when you say comic books, you'll say Pete's Basement. You'll say Comic Book Corner. You'll say Dark Avenger C86. You'll say Rock 18, even though he has nothing to do with comic books. Why would you say Rock 18? And you say Dark Avenger Inc. So, take care, everybody. We love you. We appreciate all your support, your subscriptions and everything, like I said. Take care. Keep reading, keep collecting, and keep watching our videos. I'm not stealing this boy's quote. I'm just saying it for the live stream. Already. I won't be saying keep watching anymore after this first live stream. It's a test. So I'm testing out the last time I say keep watching. Take care, everybody. See you soon. Later, say goodbye.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye. And
Take care.
all right. See you later, guys.
See ya.
After many thoughts, I finally decided maybe I should start doing haul videos. And thus, the weekly comic book haul started.
Hey everybody out there, Chris here, and welcome to the first ever episode of Friday Comic Book Hauls, or the Friday Hauls for short. So anyway, let's get into the books this week. There is something extra I got this week that I didn't want to do an unboxing of it on just a separate unboxing, so I'll be showing you guys on the haul. So anyway, the books are out of order now because we did actually go through them a little bit, did skim through a couple of books. But anyway, first we got the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Color Classics, issue number 10, which is Michael's. I'm going to go through all Michael's really quick. Then we got Green Arrow, issue 20, X Factor 255. First we got Batwing, issue number 20. Looking forward to seeing what happens next here. Let me just move my... The book that everybody's supposed to get really mad at, Superior Spider-Man 9. And Mike's already looked through this book. And oh boy... Not Mike Spider-Slayer. Mike, my brother Mike. And oh boy. All New X-Men, issue number 11. Action Comics, which finally picked up, issue number 20. And now on to the special thing. You guys know that every other week now I am on a podcast with my bro, Brand. And it's called Hall of Toys, and on that show we talk about toys, obviously, as well as video games and board games. And the more we talk about board games, the more interested I'm getting in board games, the more I'm doing more research into board games, because before the show, I have to be honest, board games were a huge part of my childhood, but as I got older, less board games, more video games. So this is kind of rejuvenating my interest in collecting board games. And the past two shows we touched on it the first show, and we really got into it on the second show, which actually just went up this past Tuesday. So if you go on zone4podcast.com, it'll be up there. Of course, behind the Zone 4 podcast, which went up tonight, which you should check that out as well. But anyway, we talked about it a little bit more in depth on that episode. And that is the DC Comic deck building game. Pick one of the 7 superheroes from the Justice League. And then from there, it's just playing the regular game. You have regular cards. This is called the main deck. And this is like, for example, an equipment card. There's, I believe this is Green Arrow's bow. So they mix up the old and the new DC Universe characters. You also have punch cards. I'm going to just show a little bit of everything. The vulnerability cards. And then finally you have the kick cards, which apparently there's a lot of kick cards. Then there's also 2 other types. There are the weaknesses. I'll show you guys Cryptozoic. So this way you got the logo. Yes? Okay. You can look up more games at Cryptozoic.com. I might be getting more board games as time moves forward. I do also direct you guys to Tabletop. That's another show that's on YouTube. Really fun. But yeah, do stay tuned. We'll see what else will be coming our way. If you are interested in hearing talk, once again, about board games, video games, toys, collectibles, you can check out Hall of Toys on zone4podcast.com. Once again, related recap, I've updated on Facebook, I've updated here, I've updated through personal messages, Brand has updated on Comic Related, and everywhere else. We are hoping our target for our first actual weekly episode is sometime in May. As much as you guys, I know you guys keep messaging me, I am pulling, just like for you guys, for the first episode for me and Brand to happen as soon as possible. I'm pulling for it. But once again, guys, you have to understand time, and there are certain things we have to get ready for first before we can actually shoot the first episode. But believe me, I'm pulling just like you guys. I'm hoping that tomorrow we can do the first episode. But it all depends on certain variables behind the scenes that have to happen first. So as soon as that happens, we'll get the first episode up for you guys. But it will definitely be in May. We're already in May. There's only 4 more weeks in May. So within the next 4 weeks, the first episode should be up. And then it's just going to be a weekly show after that. And it's going to be lots of fun. That's going to be a completely comic book news, reviews, and discussion show. Hall of Toys is basically everything else except... both shows are missing TV and movies, and I don't have the time to watch TV and movies. Usually I've only got like 2 or 3 that I watch a year, so not including Iron Man 3, which I'm definitely going to see hopefully soon. So anyway, guys, that's it for this first episode of the Friday Comic Book Hauls.
And then the Dark Avenger comic book review show hit its 300th episode.
Hello, everybody out there, and welcome to the 300th episode of this Dark Avenger comic book review.
Yep.
As far as this show, the numbering will continue, but the show will be changing to World's Finest Comic Review. As much as I want to keep and rebuild on my channel name, Mike and I like the idea of the World's Finest Comic Review show, which is where we'll be dividing up all of our books, either doing solo reviews or group reviews with 2 or 3 books instead of just one. And I feel like separating the show will be really good for you guys. Well, now it's not driving me crazy anymore. The Flash!
Whoa. These books were released.
These books were released on
July 29, 2015, the last week of July.
And with that, that's it for the 300 comic
one
review
part,
celebration
actually.
in one part.
Yeah.
I really hope you guys enjoyed it as much as we did, and we hope you guys enjoyed the entirety of the 300 comic review celebration. Thank you guys so much for sticking around. As always, don't forget to check out comicfrontline.com, zone4podcast.com, and Frontline Gaming Zone. Together, we are your #1 source for comic-related news, reviews, and a whole bunch more. Thank you guys so much for being here with us this wonderful, awesome, and really great weekend. We hope you guys enjoyed as much as we did, and we will see you guys next week for another comic review. Take care, everybody.
Later, everyone.
There were other smaller milestones that happened after 300. Unfortunately, 300 was the last huge milestone that hit Dark Avenger C86. That is, before things started to change.